80% of movement of people, goods and services is done by road in Nigeria, just like many developing nations. Understandably, this is because today road transportation has large coverage and ability to connect villages, towns and communities more than any other mode of transportation. Nigeria has the second largest road network in Africa. Unfortunately, many of its roads have remained bad despite the yearly budgetary allocation for road rehabilitation and maintenance. Road travel in Nigeria has remained a nightmare to most people.
Buhari, do solemnly swear.
When the Buhari administration came in on May 29, 2015, it was set to revive critical infrastructure. The Buhari administration has the conviction that road development is not only a major propeller of the Nigerian economy, but it also attracts direct foreign investment. Therefore, it has continued to embark on road infrastructure development.
My address to fellow Nigerians this morning is devoted mainly to informing you about intense efforts this administration is putting to address our country's huge infrastructural deficit. We are going to make significant inroads in advancing road, rail, and power projects across the country. The Ministry of Power, Works and Housing is one of the drivers of this government's commitment to renew and increase Nigeria's stock of infrastructure in order to achieve global economic competitiveness as targeted under the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan.
In a commitment considered unprecedented, the Nigerian road sector has been witnessing progressive improvement in budgetary allocation under the Buhari administration. There is increased private-public partnership and alternative source of funding initiative. As a result, nearly 3 years on the mantle of leadership, the Buhari administration is undertaking the construction, reconstruction, and rehabilitation of over 128 roads and other critical infrastructure across the country.
We cannot have the deficit of infrastructure that we have and refuse to commit our resources to it. So you are seeing increased dedication of the annual spending growing now from 15% to 30%. You are also seeing actual funding now, cash, going more to capital expenditure that you have seen.
Projects each. Kaduna, Bayelsa, Adamawa, Yobe, Gombe, Katsina, Plateau, and Sokoto states have the list with between 1 and 5 projects. Most of these projects are ongoing, with many of them at advanced stages of completion.
Almost every project that we went to inspect, you find people working there. So it has not stopped, and we expect 2018 will be better than 2017. Government has started creating avenues for employment. Infrastructure is one of them. Building houses, building roads, rails, etc.
While every state of the Federation feels the impact of the resolutely committed administration of President Muhammadu Buhari with varying number of road projects, 25 roads and other critical infrastructure have been selected in all the 6 geopolitical zones for special attention, each with an equal amount of 16.66 billion naira. The projects are being funded from the Sovereign Sukuk 100 billion naira bond, an alternative source of funding from the initiative of the Buhari administration.
The history really of most of the projects that we inherited is that work had stopped sometimes 3-4 years before President Buhari was elected. The reason why work had stopped was that contractors were not paid, and they were not paid at the time Nigeria was earning close to $100 per barrel of oil. So the question you begin to ask yourself is, where did the money go? But that is not as important as what needs to be done. What needs to be done is to find other ways of funding. One of the ways that the government has resorted to is to raise funding from the private sector, and the Sukuk is one of such funding. There will be others to intervene in critical infrastructure. Of course, also it was a much misunderstood form of funding. Some accredited religion to it. Some even said it was a plan to Islamize Nigeria. But those who said so must now rethink their position. I'm sure they are wiser for it. They know that this is funding that is based on Islamic ethical basis of lending. That is, it is not funding that seeks to charge interest. That's the difference. Unlike the conventional Western funding, but it seeks to recoup investment by way of collecting rent as against interest. That's the difference. And it is very widely used in most of Western Europe, which is
about getting regular payments.
Recently, we received the payment from our client, including our Sukuk fund has helped the project a lot. They capture from Kiawa to Jamari up to 24.7 kilometers has been funded the project. Sukuk people, they help the project a lot to achieve better road and better progress.
Sukuk has provided a budget of 3.5 billion for our section 3. We have divided it into 3 certificates. Certificate number 25, number 26, number 27. Number 25 is already paid as 1.1 billion something. Certificate number 26 is 1.1 billion something, also it has been paid. Certificate number 27, it was vetted and inspected by ministry people and by Sukuk people on site here. They push the work very far.
We really don't have problem of funding. We are paid and we don't have any outstanding on the project.
Under this alternative source of funding, the Northeast has the dualization of Kano-Maiduguri Road, section 2, 3, 4, and 5, with a total sum of 16.66 billion naira. This economically viable project connects the 5 states of Kano, Jigawa, Bauchi, Yobe, and Borno, as well as neighboring countries to Nigeria in the northeast.
The injection of the Sukuk fund arrangement, for example, this section is injected with 4 billion naira. It's a technical wonder that he actually done to this project. Sir Amma, 4 billion naira has been able to construct additional equivalent 20.5 kilometers of single-lane carriageway from start to finish. The federal government has been funding this project, but this administration has taken this project to the next level. This road contributes to the international economy of nations. This same route, it carries fish, it carries cows to the southern part of Nigeria. That means, again, it contributes to our national economy. So the importance of this road as a trans-Saharan route cannot be underemphasized.
Based on that scope intervention, that 4 billion naira, we have almost finished Fortiscombe bypass. So as the project manager said, if we get additional intervention, I believe in 2 years' time, we can be able to handle the project 100% completion.
From my experience, right from day one, and then Ministry of Works and Housing, Borno State, I've been directly involved in road construction. I can tell you authoritatively that this work.
And they will give me credit, and I will give them. Then after the payment, at the site here, they will pay me cash.
All right. Now, some time ago, this project was stopped. How did you feel when it was stopped?
I'm happy because my children used to eat before they go to school. And after 2 weeks, I will have something to buy, something for the children. So I was very sad. But when I learned that they came back, I was very happy. That's why I said I should be following them. Even though they are going to Maiduguri, I will follow them.
The Southeast has rehabilitation of the outstanding section of Onitsha-Enugu Expressway, rehabilitation and reconstruction of Enugu-Port Harcourt dual carriageway, sections 1, 2, and 3, at the cost of 16.66 billion naira. This road is another road of great economic importance, neglected for several years by previous administrations.
Whenever it rains, we are disconnected with the outside world. But once the bridge is constructed, we will have access to our farms and the markets.
Business is moving well because beggar workers, they are buying the food. I'm more happy because since beggar people come, that's why I start selling this thing. Because I'm not selling it before. I don't want beggar people to go now. Let it last for 4 years or 5 years. Because I'm very happy with them. We are like brothers now. We are, at least I have one in-law, two in-law in that beggar people. So I don't want them to go now.
If they complete this project, the project will help me well. It will help me to save more money. I will save more money to achieve many things.
In the Northwest, projects being carried out under the Sovereign Sukuk are the dualization of Kano-Maiduguri Section 1, Kano-Katsina Phase 1, construction of Western Bypass of Kano-Katsina Road Section 1, and the construction of Kaduna Western Bypass. The zone has equally 16.66 billion naira for these projects.
Yes, I'm residing in Kankara local government. I'm a graduate of civil engineering from Bayero University, Kano. I'm a casual worker with them. So I used to come here. What I handle is I used to check the tiffin, the spacing for them, and I used to talk to the operators, the way how they roll, how they compact, and even the grader, the way how he separate the laterite.
Our people traveling to Katsina, Sokoto, Kano, Zamfara, up to Abuja are really grateful to Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari for this project. It will really boost the economy of the region and the country at large.
We really appreciate the effort of the federal government, because this is one of the roads that is leading from Kano to Katsina and even down to Niger Republic. And the road has been in a very bad condition for quite a long time. But with the coming of this administration, really work has started, and we really appreciate the level of the work.
The Southwest has the construction and asphalt overlay of Benin Ore, Ajebandele, Shagamu Road.
Our boundary with the Western region is Ududu, and if the road is constructed to that level, honestly, you have put us in the map of the world.
We have seen a lot of benefit from the projects being constructed here, especially in the area of job creation. Their work is qualitative too, and we live peacefully.
I want to thank the federal government, the head of state, Muhammadu Buhari, for this project. We beg them to continue to see to our plight.
In the South-South, there is the rehabilitation of Enugu-Port Harcourt Road Section 4, dualization of Otuake Road, Junction Kolo-Otuake Road, and the dualization of Lokoja-Benin Road Sections 2, 3, and 4, also at the cost of 16.66 billion naira.
The happiness is more than what somebody can express, because we've been looking for a time when this road will be constructed.
We are very, very happy because the road will give us an easy opportunity for people to travel to the capital.
When this road will be our market will be moving, and we will have more customers.
If they finish the road, the life this side will be comfortable.
Now that we are believing that the government is coming to our aid to do the road, our farm product will not perish again. They will buy market, and we have population.
In the north-central zone, apart from the construction of Loko Weto Bridge over the River Benue, there is also the dualization of Abuja, Abaji, Lokoja Road Sections 1 and 4, dualization of Suleja, Mina Road Phase 2, and the dualization of Lokoja Benin Road. 16.66 billion naira is also being expended on the projects.
We have the plan, we have the people, we have the equipment, we have everything. When money came, true, we managed to order them because they need 3-4 months to reach here. So this thing, the Sukuk intervention in the work allow us to order those parts, those equipment to reach here and not disturb the program of work. So we are still in the promise which we gave to the minister, just
my family and to my people around.
The Sukuk alternative source of funding has not only increased the tempo of infrastructure development in Nigeria, it has also created job opportunities for Nigerians, both skilled and unskilled workers, while benefiting communities say they have never had it so good.
Initially, we spent up to like 2 hours from here to Ilorin. And as we speak now, it has reduced. At least we spend like 1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes now. Probably by the end of the project, we will be spending like an hour, because it's not as if the place is that far from Ilorin, but it's just because of the bad road.
We have a workforce of about 618 personnel, out of which about 218 are skilled, the rest are unskilled. We have about approximately 30 graduates, which comprises of engineers, surveyors, technicians. We have a limited number of current registered engineers, about 4, on this project.
The job is a good one, so we thank God for a job like this. At least it has created a job for we youth around here, so we thank God for the job.
I'm in charge of quality control on the site, in charge of all materials. I'm equally assisting the area manager in operating all aspects of the job. Equally, I'm from this community, so I'm very jealous of this job and I want this job to continue.
With this kind of commitment to infrastructure development, the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration has confidence that sooner than later, movement and other socio-economic activities will be enhanced. It is also hoped that security will be enhanced and foreign investment will flow.
Whatever the political flag you fly, you must put the development of your community, development of your state, and the development of your nation ahead. No party owns those projects. It is the people of Nigeria who own them. And this is what you are seeing also in our ministry at the federal level. All of the roads, this was a 2010 road. We didn't stop it and say we are going to do our own. It is Nigeria's road. That's why we were elected, and we are committed to finishing it. And you will see now that this will be completed this year. And that's what you are seeing in works, that's what you are seeing in power, that's what you are seeing in housing. And that is what change means, a new attitude to national development. Complete uncompleted projects before you start building new.
Events coverage, children's